Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Jurassic World Dominion video by Jeremy James Prutchick. In 2020, Camp Cretaceous introduced viewers to the cute and lovable Ankylosaurus named Bumpy, and throughout Camp Cretaceous, we've seen Bumpy grow from a tiny baby to a big behemoth. Whether she was surviving on her own with Ben, saving the dinosaurs from the hunters Mitch and Tiff, or running alongside her herd, Bumpy quickly warmed the hearts of viewers from all over the world, and has become one of the most beloved dinosaurs in the entire Jurassic Park franchise. Her role in Camp Cretaceous may have been fulfilled for the time being now that she's living with her own kind, but when we consider that Isla Nublar was destroyed by the volcano in Fallen Kingdom, which takes place after Camp Cretaceous, Bumpy's fate remains uncertain. Did she make it off Isla Nublar by the time Mount Sibo erupted, or not? If Bumpy is alive, will we see her in Jurassic World Dominion? Or is her cameo in Season 4 the last time we're going to see her? We may not have the answers to these questions yet, but that's where this video comes in. I'm going to discuss how Bumpy could possibly return in the upcoming film, Jurassic World Dominion. Let's get started. As seen in Fallen Kingdom, Mount Sibo erupted, destroying Isla Nublar and every living thing on it. But not all the dinosaurs died. Some dinosaurs were captured and brought to Lockwood Manor on the mainland, some of which were auctioned off and transported elsewhere, while the rest of the captured dinosaurs escaped into the world when Maisie set them free. My hope is that Bumpy is one of these escaped dinosaurs, and that she'll make some kind of appearance in Jurassic World Dominion. But what kind of appearance? What kind of scene could surprise us with Bumpy's return? Well, here's my vision. What I'm about to tell you is my own personal fanfiction as to how Bumpy could return in Jurassic World Dominion. And to help give you a visual aid, I've made some pictures to illustrate my idea. But first, let's start off with this behind-the-scenes photo from the upcoming film. In this photo, you can see Chris Pratt as Owen and DeWanda Wise as Kayla trekking through a forest. Now, we don't know the full context of this picture just yet, where they are, what they're doing, etc. So for the sake of this video, try to imagine this picture without all the cameras and stuff. This is the kind of setting where my fanfiction could take place, so here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Owen and Kayla are quietly and cautiously trekking through the dense forest. They soon come to a small sheltered glade within the forest. It's so quiet and tranquil that the only sounds they can hear are the chirping of birds. Suddenly, they hear the sharp crack of a tree branch nearby. They immediately freeze and look around to see where the noise came from, but nothing. But just as they start walking again, another crack is heard. And another. And another. And another. The sounds are getting louder and more frequent. Something big is coming their way. Owen and Kayla freeze again as they see movement from the bushes straight ahead. The bushes keep shaking and begin to part as a large Ankylosaurus emerges from them. Knowing that this dinosaur is a herbivore, Owen and Kayla sigh with relief but remain cautious of its rugged armored body and its powerful clubbed tail. The Ankylosaurus gently takes a few steps forward into the glade, then pauses for a moment to graze on a small cluster of ferns. Then, lifting its head, it turns towards the two humans standing across from her, no more than a few yards away, and makes a small snorting sound. Owen's and Kayla's eyes meet with those of the dinosaur, which slightly tilts its head with curiosity. As it does so, Owen notices that the Ankylosaurus has asymmetrical horns, the left one smaller than the right. As Owen and Kayla continue to hold the dinosaur's gaze, they remain silent as they hear its soft, mellow breathing. The Ankylosaurus maintains her gaze with the two humans and tilts its head again. Owen and Kayla both give a warm smile at this wondrous sight. Eventually, the Ankylosaurus lets out a soft grunt, turns her body aside, and disappears into the vast forest once again. And that's my personal fanfiction. I would love to see something like this happen. I know it's probably not going to happen, but still, it really would make for a beautiful scene. Just imagine all the emotions coming over you. The initial feeling of surprise from seeing Bumpy again after so long. The feeling of joy knowing that Bumpy made it off Isla Nublar. And finally, the feeling of comfort, knowing that she's been living her life peacefully. With all the uncertainty out there about Bumpy's whereabouts, a scene like this would make it all worthwhile. All those feelings of doubt, fear, and worry would instantly disappear, and be replaced with warm, good feelings.
And there's one more thing I want to mention before I wrap up here. Let's say that this fanfiction of mine, by some stroke of luck, actually does happen. But what if it's just a quick cameo, and we never see Bumpy again after that? Honestly, I'd be okay with that. Just knowing that she's been living peacefully, away from danger, away from humans, is more than enough for me. And ideally speaking, this goes for every dinosaur that escaped. But Bumpy especially. And why is that? Why would this mean so much to me? Well, that'll be a topic for another time. And with that said, this has been another Jurassic World Dominion video by Jeremy James Prutchick. Do you think that Bumpy will return in Jurassic World Dominion? What do you think of my little fanfiction? Talk about these in the comments and have some fun. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more Jurassic content, check out my channel, because there's lots more where this came from. And if you want to keep seeing more Jurassic content, subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.